Like even like Mario?
Nope.
Oh, Josh, you're missing out.
Because usually what would happen is, you know me, I'd get really pissed off and then not do it for a week, and then I'd go back and restart because that's how I did
Sometimes completely erasing whose data?
Everybody else's.
Jake's data.
Oh, do you know what we should play? Phantasy Star. No,
Fantasy Star Online.
is that what it is?
Yeah.
I'll be with the new Switch 2 and their GameCube. I'm really curious if they're going to come out with that one.
That'd be cool. Because that was a good
It
game.
wasn't a popular game though.
It wasn't on.
Fantasy Star is hugely popular, but the Fantasy Star Online wasn't because Fantasy Star is RPG.
It's RPG. The thing that was difficult is they were trying to do online stuff.
Too early.
Yeah, and
On the GameCube.
and you had to buy like all these extra attachments and stuff.
Yeah.
It had a big following afterwards, and you could do some kind of things go around. Because when it came out on the computer, it was a monthly subscription. People bought it quite a bit. So
I just know that on Fantasy Star Online, when we first got it, that was one of the very first games that like I did serious grinding to get like the weapons, like serious grinding, like again and again and again and again. And
anytime I would get higher level than Danny, Josh would accidentally delete my data, and I'd start all over again.
Do you know my first online game was Battlefield 2? Oh no, Battlefield Vietnam. And when Battlefield 2 came out, that's when I got my own account because I used yours for Vietnam, and I got so high in Battlefield 2. I was always in the top 3.
Do you guys remember this? So this was the time when Danny first got Battlefield 2. We couldn't play it for a while because our computer wasn't strong enough.
That's right. That's right.
We had to wait till the next console. I think, Danny, you might have been on your mission when we actually were able to finally able to play it.
Yep.
So we appreciate you buying it.
Hey, no problem. Do what I can.
See, and now...
And now it's a joke.
And now Jake has a beast of a computer that can play anything I want.
Mine is garbage. It's a miracle that it lets me edit these episodes. Sometimes it's like, wait,
you guys just need to tell me, and then I'll help you build one.
Oh, but I've got to pay for so many other things.
Oh, but you can get a relatively good PC for not that expensive now.
All right. Hey, let's get going.
Okay.
Welcome to the Twaddling Along podcast, everyone. I am your host, Dan McBride.
Hi.
Here with my brothers and co-hosts, Joshua.
Hey.
And Jacob.
I am really confused about how I drew all these pictures.
Oh, cute. This week on the Twaddling Along podcast, we are actually approaching our year mark. We are about 3-ish weeks off from our first year doing this wild and crazy podcast that some of you seem to enjoy. Enjoy. Why you enjoy it, I do not know.
Who enjoy it?
That's a good question.
I enjoy.
So this week on the Twaddling Along podcast, it's Joshua's turn. And Josh,
What's up?
What are we talking about?
You know what? We're just shooting the breeze.
We're shooting the breeze.
Yes, we're going to actually talk about and just review what we've done this past year.
This is our human condition episode. And what is more human condition than going back in time and reliving all of your traumas?
Yep.
Every last one of them.
Especially when you have to listen to it.
Hey, you guys don't even listen to it.
I do. I listen to it if my wife listens to it, and I provide commentary.
Do you?
Yeah.
Josh, do you listen to yourself ever?
When we run out of ideas, we need to run and get commentary for our podcast.
With commentary on the commentary.
This is the Twaddling Along podcast commentary.
Yeah, I used to listen to us at the very beginning, maybe the first 3 or 4 episodes, and then
Not so much anymore.
no, I can't do it. I can't listen to myself.
Really?
It makes me very uncomfortable.
At the very beginning, I was with you. A year ago, listening to myself drove me absolutely bonkers. I am so desensitized by my own voice now.
You're like, who's that man?
That I'm just like, I don't even care anymore.
Hey, pause. I have Cookie Monster staring at me right now, and it's freaking me out.
He is kind of staring at you.
Audience, I don't see what they're looking at, and I'm beginning to grow a little bit concerned.
It's right next to pigs.
There is our mom, right across from where we do our podcast, has a toy room. And on top of the case that has all of the toys is a bunch of stuffed animals. In this stuffed animals, there is a cookie monster that is just like staring into our soul, and Peppa Pig isn't helping either.
No.
Peppa Pig and Cookie Monsters are just staring. And then the mouse from If You Give a Mouse a Cookie is having a great old time. He looks like he looks like the alcoholic at the brunch.
Then you have the dead duck in front of him.
I feel like I'm missing out.
You really are. And then there's let's see, who else do we have up there? We've got Big Bird.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, Big Bird is over there.
Oh, I can see Big Bird.
Oh, we got Elmo.
You got a kangaroo.
There is a kanga, but no roo. There's a cow, I think.
That is a cow.
Anyways, we got a bunch of stuffed animals that are staring at us, and after a year of doing this is the first time that we've ever acknowledged it.
I think it's because the light's on in that room. Anyways.
So, Josh, where do you want to start with this whole...
Well, first I want to start. I don't think anyone knows the original story of why we started this.
Tell it.
I have no idea. You're the one that came up with this idea, so...
Did I?
Yeah. We actually talked about doing this for a while.
We did.
It was like a year or two.
It's mostly because everyone kept listening to us and going, they're crazy. You guys should record yourselves.
I think we missed out on the second part is record yourself so we can show the professionals later where it went all wrong.
Yeah, we're like, hey, do you know what we should do? Entertain people. And it's like, everyone's like, oh.
Hey,
that's why we want you to record yourself.
But they use this in the psych classes. Like this. We're going to talk about different schizoid behaviors.
Yeah, seriously. Twitch.
No, I think it was actually around August last year. I had heard
that you got really serious about it.
I did. Yeah, I found myself one night kind of looking into it, getting a little bit deeper into it, and thought, if we're going to do it, let's just do it. Let's start it right now. And so I started a text thread with you two, and we started chatting about it and came up with a name, and then came up with at least some concept of what it was going to be. And then if you listen to our first episodes, they are so different because I did so much prep work that I do not do now.
I think I've stayed about the same.
I had when we did the first King Tut, I actually went back in my notes. When we did the first King Tut, I came to the podcast with 14 pages.
I know.
And like a whole written
Danny
beginning.
Wait.
And
do you remember your first haunted one and you wrote the whole story that took up half of the time?
Yes. Which by the way, some people actually liked.
Yeah. I mean, you're a great story.
And I haven't done that.
Maybe you should publish it.
No.
Oh.
It was about the Winnebago. Oh wait.
It was about the Winnebago.
It's true. But yeah, to be honest, both my brothers had finished college at that point. Danny had finished the master's degree. Jake had finished his second bachelor's, and they're like, "We're bored." And I was still in college, and I'm like, "Wait, what?" And
Josh was like, "I'm bored too."
What are you forcing me to do?
Hey, I just want to point out it was funny because if you remember, we had kind of talked about it, and then out of the blue, Danny sent us pictures of the mic stand and everything. He's like, "I just ordered this," and I was like, "Oh wait, we're actually doing this."
Yeah, I was in Famous Footwear when all this whole texting string was going down.
Really?
Yep.
I was at Bear Lake.
Do you guys remember some of the first names that we had for the podcast before we came twaddling along?
Yes, I do.
Big Brothers 2. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. I can't remember.
There were some that we came up with, and there was other ones that were suggested, and I unfortunately have access to the Urban Dictionary in my brain, and I went, I don't think that's going to work out super well.
Well, I'm going to go back and see if I can find some of them because some of them were funny, but you are correct. It was kind of one of those like, oh, what are we doing?
I also thought for the first half year we did this that it wasn't the Twaddling Along podcast. It was
Twaddling About.
Twaddling About.
Yeah.
Which is our new YouTube. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, shoot, that was me.
That's in the works.
The Twaddling About.
Our travel vlog.
Yeah, we actually did quite a bit at the very beginning. Like Josh sent a bunch of pictures of himself.
Oh, that's right, because Jake was like,
Because Jake was doing reference drawings for all of us.
Yeah, that's right. And I was in my wife's work's parking lot.
And you had the worst quality pictures. If I did any type of zoom in, it was like blurry central.
Well,
so that's why Josh looks like a blurry mess in each of my drawings.
Because in real life, that's what it is.
I need to redo the front picture, the picture of us three in the front, because I just did that willy-nilly.
I know. We've used the other one. We've used one of our phobia ones. That was the one that I've used on a couple of our other things. Let's see. We had.
So Josh suggested the Half-Baked Brothers 3.
Yep.
The Whimsical Brothers 3.
Did I do Half-Baked Brothers?
That was
3?
actually you, Jake.
Was that me?
Yeah, Jake did the
Half-Baked.
You're right. That is me.
Josh did Board Brothers, D and J Squared, the Barely There Brothers.
Barely There.
Yep.
For some reason, I thought Silly Siblings Speaking was an interesting one that we could do.
You know, it was a simpler time back in the day.
3 Big Macs.
I feel like we'd get sued.
The Off Topic Brothers. Twiddledee, Twiddledum, and the other guy.
I think that was mine.
That was.
Well, and then initially we were like twiddling along.
And then you guys made a comment that could be taken.
No.
wrong
It
way.
wasn't that one.
It wasn't that one. It was another one.
Oh.
That is very similar to actually
What we have right now.
what we have right now, but just spelled slightly different.
But I even see where I'm like, I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah, but you do.
But yeah, what happened is we were looking. I typed in some definitions and I came across twaddling. Mm-hmm. I came across twaddle and I went, oh, twaddling.
And I thought the first time that I read it, I thought it was waddling, and it was like
you
in
did.
reference to my weight. And I was like, excuse me.
How dare you? And then we kind of just settled on it. And then I think literally within about like 20 minutes, I had bought the
domain for it.
domain. I had set up an email.
Well, and again, it was one of those. It was like, wait, we're actually doing this? 'Cause I think it was more of those. I thought it was just, oh, haha, fun dream. And then all of a sudden, Danny's like, I'm buying the stuff. I've
It's
done
happening,
this.
people.
I know. I will be honest. I looked up the business name. I looked up how to start it. I actually had already started an LLC by that point, but I had all the things ready of like, okay, we'll start a business. Let's get this thing going. So,
And we did. And here we are almost a year later.
yep.
Now, should we go through some of our old episodes?
Oh, absolutely. I think we need to go back and just review. The first one, of course, was our dear friend King Tut. That was a great podcast.
That was King Tut. Our apologies to Brendan Fraser. It was the beginning of we got so serious about King Tut, and it was my fault. We were so serious until the very end, and then we just lost it. That's when we went, oh, wait,
We're twaddling.
This is how you twaddle.
Yeah, I wasn't on pills yet, and so I was probably all over the place.
I didn't know how to keep the mic close to my mouth.
Guess what, everyone? I'm still not on pills, so it's just as bad.
And then the second one we did, Spooks and Sprites of the Philippines. That was on Jake. We immediately made Jake do the one that he likes the least, and that is paranormal
No.
history.
Not paranormal.
Jinx.
I say
No,
history.
you made me do the one I hate the most, human
I
condition.
say
That's
I
right.
I like paranormal. Paranormal is fun. You guys do it better because I think you can find the stuff, as you guys found out last week. It's like, hey, this Bear Lake monster thing's mine, and then it's like, oh, Danny has all the info. Listen to him.
I was gonna say, who are you saying we? You mean Danny? I
Yeah.
just show up.
Hey, the thing that's funny is like I tried really hard with the King Tut one, and I think that's where I was like, oh, this history is so bad. Because I tried sharing some knowledge. I'm like, with King Tut and his tomb, and then after that, I was like, no, that's not working out for me.
But then we get to the true one, Man Cold.
That is where I think we came into our own.
Yes.
It was by the third episode we started feeling a little bit more comfortable in front of a mic. And I think that made a big difference.
It did.
And we picked one that was really funny. If people haven't gone back and looked at the photo, it is still one of my favorite drawings that Jake has done.
I'm just terribly proud of myself in that one.
It is so funny to me. And I even made stickers of it at one point.
Yeah, you did.
Did you really?
I did. I had
I
stickers
was
of.
so proud of your expression because I felt it was so you.
See, and the funny thing is I like the next one, King Henry VIII, because Jake is a wife.
Yeah, because Jake's getting beheaded.
Yes.
If you notice, everything bad that happens in these usually happens to me.
It really
That's because
does.
you draw them.
I'm the Michelangelo of my own podcast, drawing myself being tortured.
So before we go into everything, do you guys have a favorite episode that we have done?
The one that I wasn't here.
The one that you weren't there for?
The Father Time one?
I just want
That
to
was a
point
good
out
there.
that one was probably the most serious one we had.
We did
Because Danny and I really went into
Well,
it.
it was a serious time for me too, so it makes sense. It was serious in the air, but no,
I think
no,
it was
that's
just
not
resolutions in general. We were feeling like super. It was the beginning of the new year. There was a lot of things happening in the country. There was a lot of things happening in our personal lives, and so we kind of
we talked about it.
we did.
And hey, guess what? My resolution was to get my master's.
And
you
you did
did.
it.
5 months.
I
So-
talked about doing the banjo. I have played a little bit more of the banjo, but it's not near enough to be able to do anything.
My resolution, I don't want to talk about it.
I did like the picture of the resolution as well.
No, do you know what my favorite episode so far?
What?
Nostradamus, because Jake and you just ripped him to shreds.
What are you talking? I was defending him. What are you talking
Oh no,
about?
I was
Danny
just
and
saying,
we were talking. And just he was the worst.
Josh is changing history is what's happening.
Hey,
Jake, you were doing so. Oh, wait, that was me.
it was good.
I know we sound similar, Joshua, but for Pete's sake,
That's true.
I did really like our Disneyland episode, and that's our dad's favorite one.
I think so.
I think he listens to it all the time.
He
Yeah.
well, I will tell you, looking back at like some of the statistics, because you can kind of see where people
Yeah.
listen to, it is our most watched one, and I have to think it's just Dad that's rewatching it
And
again and again
everyone,
and again.
I just want to point out we have a trip planned in the future to Disney World, and our dad is already sending us memes in our family chat, and usually his texts are "dearest family," this blah 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 blah, but this one is like Disney adulting.
Well, and then he
memes.
sends us those Facebook clips,
yeah,
and that puts it into our lovely
algorithm,
algorithm.
and so it starts
Just
popping
all
I
Disney.
all
have
nonstop.
so many things going on about Disney now.
I will have to say I love the picture of me as a sumo wrestler.
I still think pushing over old people is probably one of my.
It was. So one of our most popular was actually our Shapeshifters episode. That's been viewed a lot.
Really?
Yeah, and that one was the one that we came back. That was in the 1st of January. I think it was.
January 20th.
Was it you, Jake, who did it, or?
Let's see. Yeah, it had to be because,
Because let's see what the next.
or was it you?
No, I did happiness.
No, yeah, Danny. It
Was it
you.
me? It was me?
Because I did Disneyland, and you came prepared to talk about Walt Disney.
Oh, that's right. And I was so mad at you because I was like, "What Disneyland?"
Yeah, I have to point out. Danny said, he kind of got over that with like King Tut. No, Danny brought a freaking biography of Walt Disney and had like little marks of things that he wanted to talk about.
When it comes to people have probably figured out by now listening to this podcast, but we definitely do fill different niches in this podcast.
Yeah, let's be honest. If it could be me, history, Danny, paranormal, Jake, I would be totally fine with that.
I like how you just said Jake. Jake.
Jake
Yeah.
is
the other.
doing. What is he doing over there?
Because that subject I hate. So
The
it's
human
just like-
condition?
it's just that one that you do.
Yes, but part of this is that we're going beyond our comfort zone,
That's true.
which is such a big brother thing to say, which is why that's my role in this entire
The sage.
situation. Not the sage, the one that like overcomplicates things to a point of like making it not fun.
Yeah.
And then
Hey, I will bring up, we've had one special guest this entire
we
year.
have.
And I thought he did very well.
He did. Dad did awesome. So Dad came down for our Egypt
From upstairs.
from upstairs. Literally just came downstairs
Oh.
and did the Egypt one, which I actually have gotten a lot of comments about that one as well. A lot of people really like that one.
Yep.
So much so that we'll probably need to do at least a few other special guests in the years to come as we continue doing this. Did you notice I said years to come? I was seeing what your guys' reactions were, and I
You're
said
talking
that.
about contracts here? You need to talk to my lawyer.
If we can get money, I'd be more than happy to do that.
Give us money.
I'm drawing. Do I need to start a caricature little side business on our website?
It's funny that you say that because let's talk about the future for a second.
Whoa, man.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
Should we hold off until later to talk about the future?
Okay, well,
let's go through the now and then we can pass.
Fine. Let's talk about the now.
You're creeping me out, man.
I will say, Jake, your Benjamin Franklin's on point.
Your Benjamin Franklin was really
Thank you.
good.
No, I'm looking through some of these. One of my favorite ones to draw was the Ghosts of Utah.
Oh, yeah.
And I kept trying to figure out what to do. And finally, I was like, I'm going to look at reference photos of the Ghostbusters. And then I thought it'd be really funny to draw you and Josh as it. And I was like, I don't want to be part of the picture. And I'm like, nope, I'm the skeptical ghost that's skeptical of himself. Skeptical.
Oh, yeah. Ghost of Utah.
Skeptical.
The Skinwalker Ranch one, the picture that you drew for Skinwalker Ranch, is one of my favorite ones just because it's so over the top cartoony.
Oh, I know.
And so I've actually got it as my background for my work computer, and people are always like, what the heck is that all about?
I have one of your caricatures at work, Jake, that people comment all the time.
Oh, is that the one you drew for your birthday?
Yeah.
That's the one with the calculator?
Yeah.
Oh. I say have that. I'd say, Danny, do you still have the one? I drew a picture of Danny riding a mosquito. I was really proud of that one.
100% do. It's up in my office right now. Okay, let's talk about ones that you didn't like. What is an episode that if we could go back in time and change it, you would?
I did not like your guys' resolutions. I'm just kidding. I haven't listened to it. And I'm not even in it. Let's see.
I'm trying to think of one that really stood out.
I would love to make a better case for Mark Twain.
You would like to make a bar one?
Speaking of being very vitriolic about Mark Twain,
Well,
literally one of my heroes in my life, and my brothers just tore him
Danny,
to
do you want to hear the
pieces.
truth? This is also a confessional. You were so serious about it, and Jake and I came into it ready to just.
I had done research, but like when you started off and you were just praising him, I'm like, no.
No.
And then once I got the Mark Twit in my brain, I couldn't get rid of it.
It just tore poor Mark Twain to pieces. Even still to this day, like my children, like if I'm reading a Mark Twain, so every once in a while I'll pick up like Tom Sawyer just to read it through.
You Mark Twit.
My son will be, they'll be like, "Oh, are you reading Mark Twit?" And I'm like, "Oh, this has ruined things for me.
man,
It's
It's a revolution.
make it happen."
I'm having a hard time thinking of
I've enjoyed this whole experience.
I just can't think of one that like I really was like I just didn't like that. There was some that I think I came out of and I'm like I just didn't say a lot in that one because I had no idea what I was doing. But I can't think of a lot. I mean, if you guys listen to the King Henry VIII one, I talked like hardly at all during that one.
Really?
What,
Yeah.
Jake? You don't like guys killing their wives?
Well, it was kind of the first indication that I don't like history, and I didn't like King Henry.
You say that, but like one of my favorite episodes is the Great Emu War.
that one
The
was
Great Emu War,
hilarious.
which was a history one of ours, made me laugh so hard and still does. Like I'll still go back and listen to it just because there are so many parts in that are
You're
just
like, there's no way it's
really
history.
funny.
It was one of those that I looked up online and I just said, please give me something funny I could talk about in history. And there was one of the ones that popped up and you guys heard, I laughed hysterically when I was trying to share the story.
Oh, yeah.
I was laughing hysterically when I was watching like videos on it and when I was also reading it. And I just went, there's no way this is real. And then I looked it up and I went, oh my gosh, this actually happened. And that's why I'm like, I have to share this.
I think one of my least favorite was actually one of mine, cosmetics. I didn't like that one.
Oh, cosmetics. I forgot that we did that one.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't like how I did the picture on that one. For some reason, I outlined you guys with red, and I don't know why I did that.
And why am I Indiana Jones?
Because of things. I mean,
This was also during the time you can definitely tell there was a pre finishing your masters and post finishing your masters
yeah,
when
no.
it comes to some things.
no, there was like there were some days that like it was Sunday night and Danny would text me and be like, "Hey, where's the picture?" And I went, "Oh crap." So, because a lot of these, I mean, I do try my best, but I mean, if you look at the Grim Reaper, I literally threw that together in like 20 minutes.
Oh, did you really?
Which is so ridiculous.
It was one that I just did it.
Do you know what one that would take me at least a whole day is Drive and Procrastination, and you didn't even color that one in.
Well, and I need to ask people because I want to post more of our videos of me actually drawing.
Which we really need to do, because then we can clip out some of the actual episodes, because most of the episodes have some super funny parts.
Yeah, I need to know if people like them colored, or if I show them art from before, if they would prefer me just leave it black and white, because I have a hard time coloring.
We should do
I don't understand color theory at all. So you want me to do a color? So I have other people color for me.
Yeah.
I mean, Julie has offered. Julie's like, "I'll do it for you," and I'm like, "Maybe you should, because you'd probably be a lot better at it."
To do the color theory or what?
Or just coloring our pictures, because I don't feel like I'm that good at it.
Which is funny, because you've done. I mean, it's done
incredible.
pretty darn good.
And it's one of those that, like, I can sketch a picture really fast, and I can usually ink it really fast. Coloring takes me forever, so I just it's that. But I have to say, though, I know that we've been talking about hating. I love the picture that of the mountain men. Josh fighting the bear in the background just makes me so happy.
Wanna tussle?
You guys can see my humor in all these pictures, because
And that's the thing is most of the time Danny and I don't have any input on the picture.
No, on purpose. Like I like to be surprised by the picture, and so I don't recommend anything.
I just
I
love
like it.
when Jake
Leave it all to
draws
me.
like the historical people, and they're so funny. Like Mark Twitt, or like
Benjamin Franklin
King
or
Henry
Stonewall
VIII,
Jackson, or
I love
pretty
seeing
good.
them cartoony.
I do like the Stonewall Jackson one, because I
a wall.
really tried following his portrait, and then it just drawing you and Danny. Just there's so much I can do with your guys' faces. So Danny's standing there like, and then Josh covering. It just the problem is now is I can almost draw you guys without looking at any reference pictures, because I've been doing it so much. So
okay, let's talk about episodes that we want to do second part for. Because we do have a good number of those that we do want to. I know for me, I want to get back into Bigfoot Something Awful, and I think that's going to be coming up here soon.
Yep, Bigfoot, aliens for sure.
Aliens for sure. We did our second part of phobias, but I still feel like we got another phobias in us.
I'm sure there's some more we can hit on. Our mother really wants us to do a Mountain Men one.
Yeah, a second part for the Mountain Man.
Where we go
one.
more specific into the Mountain Men.
And we need to do another Disney one, because maybe more Walt Disney or Disney World or the expansion.
Well, when we go to Disney World, we can take notes and bring
There you
back
go.
information.
There you
Perfect.
go. I've had a lot of people talk about wanting more of like the ghosts of Utah, because we talked about some of the big ones, but there's a lot of like little side stories, and specifically people wanting us to like share local stories and then comment on them. So I know that's something that I want to do in the future.
Danny, you have ghost stories that you should just share.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what the thing I like the most about the paranormal stuff is I love the stories.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
because it's fun to talk about the history, and then it's fun to be able to just listen to the.
By the way, Jake didn't swear, he gagged.
and gagged a little in my mouth.
What?
But it's fun hearing other people's experiences, because for me that also brings out my inner psychologist, where I'm like, wow, what made that person think he saw that? Or I'll be better. What made that person think that they thought that they thought that they thought that they saw it?
I don't think that was much better, Jake.
No one.
That was so cloaked in sarcasm and everything that it's ridiculous.
Dang.
So, I think I hit most of the Filipino stuff that I want to talk about. So I don't think we need a part 3. We could probably talk about the Filipino culture one of these times. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. I would love to, and that's actually something that I would love to do is, the human condition is always a hard one for me to think of something. I don't know about you guys, but the human condition for me is one of the more difficult ones, only because I want to make it entertaining and I don't want to ever make it too deep. And that's always been my fear, is that like, if I start, I would love to do one about depression, but obviously it's not going to be something that's going to be super. We're not going to have a good time with. Let's talk about depression. Yuck, yuck, yuck. It's going to be terrible.
But I'm here. I have depression. See, it's just funny thinking about it.
Josh is like, I'm depressed all the time.
And I'd be totally okay if you made fun of me for it.
Speaking of which, we need to do a part 2 of sleep, but we need to focus more on some of the stuff that happens in the brain.
Ooh,
that would be fun.
Well, and the other thing that we talked about is actually sleeplessness and some of the things that can happen to you.
Insomnia.
Yeah, and talking about some of like the sleepless scientific studies that they did that really messed with people and like ruined people's lives and everything.
Oh, that's right. Didn't they
They kept someone up, I think it was for 7 days straight. And then
they kept several people and they started killing each other, right?
No, that's
something else.
That's kind of a fun one. I would love to eventually do, and I know some other podcasts do it, and so I don't want to copy them too much, but getting into like stories that are obviously made up and then commenting on it. Because what you're talking about is what's called the Russian sleep story.
Sure.
Or the Russian sleep thing, which is a story that it's kind of a made up story, but it's super scary. I would love to be able to like talk about that. So
nice.
There you go.
Another thing people have recommended, and again, I think we're saying all this, and this is a perfect time for anyone in the of our listeners to actually comment.
Oh, 100%.
But another thing that people have asked us to do is to have our wives on the podcast.
Oh,
yes.
man, I'm scared of that.
Well, what's so funny is because we talk about them quite a bit at first,
We do.
and that was one of the first things that like when we first started doing this podcast, we were
didn't
so
say
secretive
names.
about names and so secretive about everything, and we've kind of laxed on all of it. So sorry, babe. I apologize. Everybody knows who you are now. I would be curious if we could get our wives to come and do it.
Yeah, I don't know if my wife would.
I don't know if my wife would.
She's going to come on anyways and just, cuss me out. Or kiss me out.
Gross.
Say, my wife's a sweetheart, so she would be so nice about me on the podcast. And so
No, she wouldn't.
I would feel better.
I would get her to say some things.
And what would we have them talk about? Living with us?
Probably.
Human condition.
Maybe that could be our anniversary, like our official anniversary one in the next month. Is what's it like to live with
the twaddlers,
the 3 men who can't keep their lives in order, and yet somehow are able to have a podcast.
Somehow do a podcast.
We're drawing pictures last minute, and Danny Monday morning is going, "Oh crap, I forgot to do that."
Notice, I don't know if people have noticed, I went from posting on Sunday to posting on Monday for that very reason.
Yep.
Eventually, it's going to be Thursday.
It's probably just going to keep pushing and keep pushing. No, I've been pretty consistent with Monday for the last little bit. Mostly. The time is always a little bit off, but that's all right. Yeah, having our wives on would be fun. Having mom on would be fun.
Oh my gosh. I think we need to get mom on.
Because I think that would be entertaining.
Yeah, her
of raising us.
And then talking to her about all the stuff that Danny did.
Yeah.
Parenthood.
What? All the stuff that Danny did? Excuse me?
No, what it would be is, it would be all the stuff Danny did, and then all the stuff that I did, and then how Jake didn't do anything, and that scared them even worse.
Are you kidding me? I was the perfect child. They thought I was fantastic.
Jake.
They weren't concerned at all about my, social inadequacies and or my.
They were asking
the one who
me
went
to
to school
somehow
with psychologist.
give you dating advice.
Is a little delusional.
I'm just kidding.
I shocked mom and dad when I told them I was looking to date a certain girl, which would eventually become my wife.
It shocked all of us.
Yeah, that was one of my, when I was like, because I kept having people come up and try to offer me, offer
blind dates.
Yeah, not a good word. Sorry.
I offer you.
Yeah, that's
my wife.
I say that, but I got offered marriage all the time in the Philippines. So, sometimes by a 7-year-old woman.
See,
so it's one of those that's
I was
different.
such a jerk because I feel like I tried to rub in your face that I kissed a girl before you did.
And who married the girl he kissed first? Jake did.
That's a good point.
It's like a 1930s romance novel.
It is.
I kissed a girl before my brother.
Yeah. Well,
What?
Josh was so proud of it. He really did text us. What was it? You texted us like super late.
Yeah.
I did. Well, that's because it happened super late.
And then, so you text us, and he was so excited. And then the next day he texted, he's like, I think I made a mistake.
It was the quickest 180 I've ever seen when it comes to that kind of stuff.
That's called anxiety.
So,
Josh had stayed up all night
I did.
thinking about
I
it.
made one of my friends cry. Ugh.
because you kissed her?
Yeah.
Or because you was your friend in love with the girl?
We could talk about it off air.
Oh, is this going to be one of those I have to edit it out now?
Yeah.
Nope, I'm keeping it in.
No. No, yeah. Hopefully they don't listen.
The Twaddling Along podcast where all the secrets come out.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, it only took me another, what? I think it was 3 months later I finally kissed Julie.
No.
Yeah. Because what, you went in July?
No.
No.
It was April?
Oh, so it was a little bit, like 6 months. I apologize.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh.
That's nice. We got totally off topic there.
Hey.
What I was going to bring
Twaddling
up
about.
before we were twaddling around way too much. Is there anything that you would add? You know, we've been doing the 3 for a long time, the history, the paranormal, the human condition. Would you add one?
I want you guys to play video games with me more because, you know, you guys keep having stuff in your lives that prevents you from playing video games with me.
I know.
It's really irritating.
That's true. We have, you missed out on our last session.
I did.
And there was some really funny things that happened. Mostly the fact that Kylie kept dying.
Yeah, my wife didn't live to the end of any of the things.
What we need to do, if we're serious about doing it, and I think it would be super fun, is we've got to actually like set up a time like we do with the podcast.
Make our off week a gaming week.
That's a good idea.
We have to do it every week because there's some fun things we can do with it. But there's, I mean, I'm down for finding little fun things to do.
Sure. I mean, we've talked about trying to expand this for a long time with things, and so
Like a travel vlog. I think would be hilarious.
Danny and Josh really want to take me to a haunted house.
100%. And it's almost like what I want to do is first I want to take you to like a haunted house, as in like, you know,
Castle of Chaos.
yeah, like Castle of Chaos or
I
something.
can't do those.
Why not?
Why?
They're so funny.
Bug me.
They bug you.
Yeah.
What do you
All
mean?
it
they
is
bug you?
teen sweat.
There's
and-
no entertainment for me in that whatsoever.
Oh,
Well, we'll make it
but
entertaining.
when was the last time you went to one?
Never. That's why I don't only go.
I was just about to say.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
gotta go to
I don't-
at least one.
Let me think.
No,
what was the last one? I went to one when I was, 16? The problem was we had a bunch of young women in front of us, and they would scream every time something happened.
so
So
you
you
exactly
could
right.
anticipate it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what we need to do. There's a corn maze that has a scary port just up the
Scary
road.
port?
Scary port.
Josh's inner Canadian started coming out there.
Sorry.
No, I'm doing a scary port.
It's just up the road. We should POV version of us going through this.
Not even just us. I just want Jake. So we'll put a camera on Jake and Jake can just follow us because I think it would be really funny.
It would mostly be Jake going,
Oh, why do teenagers smell so bad?
You say that. I went there last year and I got spooked a few times.
the thing about it, so again, I would get spooked at those. Because I do jump scare. I mean, I'm not saying that like I'm stoic. I'm not scared of anything. No, that's not. I have a hyperactive imagination. I think we've talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, I think that's why Jake hasn't gone, because he'd have nightmares.
Oh, because you're
Next
worried
year?
about the nightmares
because
afterward.
I probably would have nightmares about that specific stuff.
You don't have to worry about that. By the time you're so done, you're just like, ugh, the teenagers.
But I mean, I'm not a big fan of being jump scared. So,
Which is even better. That's why we need to do it.
that's why you need. So Jake's like,
Jake's running away from the chainsaw guy, and you hear, "Wait, come back!"
see, I can go to other scary places that supposedly have ghosts, but if I have to go deal with teenagers trying to scare me, nightmares.
We have to go with my wife though, because if my wife's not there, I'll be a chicken. But if my wife's there, I'm more manly.
I don't think my wife would go with me.
That's literally why I took my son last year to one. Because
To
I
see
was
if
like,
you wanted to man up.
I was like, I'll be the dad, the one that protects and saves. If I went by myself, I'd be like, no,
Yeah.
Oh no!
See, the thing about it is, I think we'd be trying to scare each other the whole time.
Probably.
Yes.
It would be really bad.
And we would be making outrageous comments about each other the whole time.
Let's be honest. Last week, after we got done with the podcast, Jake and I carpool because we live down the street from each other. And a wrapper fell out of Jake's door, and I screamed at the top of my lungs.
Scared Josh.
So we know it would be a good session.
All we need is a plastic spider for Josh, and we're set.
Oh my gosh.
Shoot, I feel bad because I still go out of my way to scare Josh. Usually with like a little blade of grass, and I'll just tickle Josh's ear.
rude.
And Josh doesn't do things small.
no, Josh is
Not
a
a
how
small
shall we
individual.
say, a little dramatic.
When Josh sneezes, he
little dramatic?
literally screams "sneeze" as he's sneezing.
Because
He does. He says sneeze. It's the funniest thing. It's sneeze.
Well, do you know why? Because it irritates me that sneezes sound like a chews. Then why aren't they called a chews? It should sound like it is.
So when you're eating a banana, you have to nom 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 nom. Nom,
Yes.
Nom, nom. Okay.
Well, this is like a specific thing, but like sneezing, you should sneeze and it should sound like a sneeze.
But when you cough, do you cough?
Yeah,
Do you say cough?
it sounds like it. Cough, cough, cough.
What about when you fart?
Yeah, it is.
I want it to be in English. Fart.
Flatulence.
That would be awesome.
All right. So I don't know if we ever got through talking about what episode was the hardest one to get through, do you think?
Well, let's
For all of you.
let's review.
I mean, how many episodes? I'm like, how much time do we have left? Speaking of which, how much time do we have left?
Plenty, Jake. Plenty.
I know.
All right,
Danny,
fine.
do you edit out those moments?
No.
Because there were one that Jake, I think, asked like 4 times.
No, I purposely kept it in. That was one of the history ones. I can't remember which one it is where you kept asking if we were done.
Because he was so.
You were just so done. It was so funny to me.
Honestly. The King Henry VIII one was really hard for me.
Oh, see, I love King Henry VIII.
I know. I just couldn't get through that. I'm trying to think of another one.
The Lost Colonies one, I seem to remember us like all of a sudden, like we thought it was such a cool idea, and then we just kind of ran out of things to talk about.
Do you know
near the
why?
end.
We did one on the Lost Colony.
That's because
Yeah.
I did it and I didn't prepare.
Well, that is the story of this podcast. That's the name of your autobiography. Hello, I'm Josh, and I didn't prepare, by Josh McBride.
Yeah, I literally, the whole reason that we're doing this topic today.
Open the book. Crap.
It's not even glued together. That just paper falls out. Ah, dang it. No, the whole reason we're doing this topic today is because
There are ones that I don't remember very well, like Valentine's Day. I don't remember us I don't even remember that episode.
You don't remember us talking about Valentine's Day?
No.
I did that one. So I see how it is.
Well, it's one of your history ones. Maybe that's the one where you kept asking if we were done yet.
That was one. Or it's just like, are we done yet? Are we?
Wait, was that the one where we talked about like the different?
So we talked about like the history of Cupid, where Cupid came from,
That's
the
right.
history of the shape of the heart, and I
No,
used
we
a list.
We didn't talk about the shape of the heart because you guys said it was too inappropriate.
That's right. I just remember there was one part of
And
that
then I
one where
mentioned
Jake started
it.
talking about cockroaches, and I don't remember why.
There was something where I was talking about cockroaches.
Yeah, you talked about naming cockroaches. And I don't even remember why. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it.
I don't even know which one that was. That the Valentine one, or which one was that?
That was the Valentine one.
Oh, I can't even think of why I did that. I don't remember the Pilgrim one that well.
The Pilgrim one?
Oh yeah, the first Thanksgiving one.
Was that mine too?
I don't remember that one.
I just dressed Josh up as a very happy pilgrim woman.
I was going to
with an
say that one.
axe.
That one is funny to me because of the drawing. Is Josh is a female pilgrim, and it's almost I can almost tell that Jake was like, I want to draw him culturally appropriate, but still mock him.
Well,
so what am I
That's
going
one of
to
those
do?
ones where if we did the history of it, initially I had Josh have like this superb frown, and he just looked like he was just out to get things. And then I'm like, oh, I need to make him look happy. And then as always, I'm like, what should I do? I know what. I'll be the turkey. So,
the Pilgrim one is where Josh ate the Pop-Tart the entire time.
Oh, that's right.
Where Josh just started like eating a Pop-Tart.
Because my blood sugar dropped. I'm so messed up.
The one that I remember a little bit, and I want to go review is the Christmas folklore one, because I did that one.
Oh, I love that one.
And I just remember that because of the website we were on, it kept having ads for doors.
Yes, because it was actually
a
selling
door.
doors. Yeah, it was a door selling one.
I kept thinking, I'm like, why does this have the folklore history on it when it's just a bunch of,
It's so funny because I keep forgetting to bring it up, but like almost on all of the on the paranormal ones that I've done, like I will find like this great website, I think, that is about like this paranormal thing. Like the last one that you did, Jake. And I think, oh, this is fantastic. It's going to have Utah history. And it always ends up being something like a candle store that's like putting out this like blog about Utah monsters. And it's like, what is going on?
Oh, crap. I didn't realize. I didn't paint the rope in the Christmas folklore picture.
Well, too late.
Well,
son of a gun. Why didn't anyone tell me?
Music in the Mind. I don't remember that one very much.
Well, I'm in a gospel robe, so it must have been good.
Well, here's the write-up on that. On one of it is, will Danny make more effort in future podcasts? So maybe there's a reason that I don't remember that one very well.
I'm terribly proud of my pose.
Will Jake find the perfect soundtrack to his life? Will Josh do Josh things? Find out this week.
That sounds about right.
What do you guys think of my write-ups? Do you guys ever read them?
You write up stuff?
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
I'm kidding.
That's what I thought.
I see it on Facebook, though I haven't shared anything on Facebook recently.
Wait,
Facebook.
why are we apologizing to Pierce Brosnan in the Leprechauns episode?
Because he's Irish.
Oh.
I actually have no idea. I don't remember.
We make a lot of fun of a lot of celebrities in our
we
stuff.
Really do.
And do you know what? Good for us, dang it.
Good for us.
We're never going to have an endorsement by a celebrity ever.
Who needs it? We'll be celebrities.
I don't know. I just found out that like Dude Perfect is now starting a podcast, so there's another people we have to compete against.
I thought Dude Perfect had a podcast for a while. Are they doing a Dipper one? They're just getting into it.
I'm sorry. We need to talk about that every time we've mispronounced. Oh my gosh. Mispronounced something on this podcast. I think that's been some of the funniest moments.
Because we call each other out on it all the time. Because we mock each other incessantly.
As Josh has stated, here we are, educated men.
we
can't
2/3 of us are educated men. One's still trying.
I try so hard to say big words, and as you found out in one of those podcasts, it didn't work super well for me.
Educated and like well read. It's not like we don't know what we're talking about. Like
just like you have to pick the gender of your janitor in your dreams.
I honestly, it was one of those that like in my brain, I said janitor, and then I listened and I went, holy crap, I didn't even get close.
Oh yeah.
That was like, how did I get so bad?
Or what Danny said in the same podcast. That's still that.
The issue is, and the other issue is we don't actually do this like late at night. You would think that we're like recording this at 11 or 12 o'clock.
Are you kidding me? My bedtime's come and gone.
It's like barely past 8 o'clock and we're already like
That just points out that we don't do well past
we
things.
don't.
We had parents that when we would go on these big family vacations, they would be up until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning playing card games with
family,
our aunts and uncles and everything.
We do it now.
And then they would be able to go to bed and wake up early in the morning and be fine.
Yeah.
Which I do not understand.
Well, and now we go on family vacations and it's like 7:30 and we're like, so are we going to
bedtime yet?
And the kids are like, wait, we want to continue to play.
And we're like, no, we're tired. I have to get my 9 hours of sleep.
I'm going to do something like super controversial. I think they were on crack.
All growing up, all of our relatives were just snorting cocaine and we just had no idea.
Yep, that's what they do. That's
you know where they were doing it? Bear Lake. Happiest place on earth.
The Bear Lake Monster. They were visiting the Bear Lake Monster. Actually, drug dealer.
Is that a euphemism?
Yes.
Hey, we're going out to visit the Bear Lake Monster.
Hey, you guys want some crack?
Has any of our episodes influenced you or changed the way that you do things? The sleep one did it to me.
All the phobias one realized I am a phobic. So I get scared of everything.
Just
now.
in general, you're a phobic.
Yeah. I'm
No,
just
really
phobic.
though. Like when we did the sleep one, it really, because I had to actually like think about it, about what I was talking about. It really has kind of changed some of the ways that I do. I do take magnesium a lot more now.
Or is it just because you're getting old?
Well, that might be true too.
True.
What about the manners, etiquette, and social norms?
Yeah, no. Threw that out the window, man.
I'm trying to think of any of the other ones. Like
Bigfoot's affected me. I'm excited. We're going on a man's trip this weekend,
man trip.
and we'll have to comment
They're
on.
making me go outside.
And
We're making Jake go to the mountains.
I
Oh.
want to try to do a Bigfoot.
Hey,
Scare the kids.
do you know what I've found out from all our podcasts?
What?
It's been really amazing, and
What, that you don't like the woods?
that I don't want to go outside.
That's true. I think that is the
I-
most used phrase in all of our podcasts.
I honestly, at this point, it is Jake's go-to calling card. Like it is, you know how people have a catchphrase? Jake's is, don't go outside.
Don't go outside. It's easy. It's so easy. Do you know how many of the historical problems we've had could have just been resolved if people just hadn't gone outside?
Everybody stays inside.
You know, it's just one of those things.
We'd still be in the fertile crescent of Africa in our caves.
There you go.
I mean,
Just packed it.
for Pete's sake, the Australians could have avoided the emus if they just hadn't gone outside. King Tut? Well,
I don't think King Tut got outside all that often.
King Henry VIII. Oh, he didn't go outside either. Oh, crap.
Mark Twitt shouldn't have existed.
Oh,
It just makes a lot of sense.
Ben Franklin probably didn't sleep around as much.
The Wendigo, if they hadn't gone outside, he wouldn't be eating people. It's fine.
That's true.
has there been anything that we've talked about that has been surprising to you? That you got to the end and you're like, oh, I didn't realize this or that, or in your preparations you didn't think about it.
I mean, Benjamin Franklin, when I called him like the Socrates of our day, I thought I was like, man. And then I looked it up and like everyone has the same
Everyone
idea.
has the same idea.
So I was like, oh man, I suck at this.
What was your question again?
My question is have you ever listened to me a day in your life?
For about 18, 19 years.
I missed out.
No, has there ever been a topic that we've talked about where you've gotten either like to the start of this podcast because you've done study, or you've gotten to the end of the podcast and went, oh, I never in my life would have even thought that this happened, or I would have never learned about this, or I've never.
Great Emu War.
That was a very good
one
one.
of those ones I got done and I went, there's no way. The other ones, I mean,
Because we are
I
kind
didn't
of
realize how negative Danny was going to be about Nostradamus.
That
thought-
was so
I thought
funny.
I thought we were going to go into it. We were just going to have this, conversation about Nostradamus and some of the things he did, and have kind of, this constructive conversation. And then also we came in and Danny's like, he was the biggest fraud of our time.
And I just want to point out, it's really funny because I think Danny has the most liberal views out of all of us here, and Jake has the most conservative views, and I just exist. So like the fact that Danny was ripping Nostradamus a new one was the funniest thing ever.
I have a hard time with charlatans, and he is
Sorry,
the
Charlotte.
worst of the charlatans. Nostradamus, you
doesn't
garbage person, you.
Isn't Mark Twitt a charlatan?
No, he's an author.
Just kidding.
God, I'm so sad.
You know,
We've forever tarnished Mark Twain's name. You realize that, like, in the annals of history, there will come a time.
aliens are going to visit and they're like, Mark Twain. Mark Twitt?
We will, if this ever takes off and we become famous, there will be some very angry people.
We need to
us.
send one of our podcasts in space. So when it reaches the aliens,
Which one would you send into space?
Let's send the one on Skinwalker Ranch.
Let's do the one about aliens, just because of how wrong we are.
no, let's do the man cult. Maybe they'll stay away because we think we're some of this horrible disease.
We prevent the aliens from attacking because of our man cold episode.
Yeah.
We just need to send them drive and procrastination. Then you know what? They'll probably just put it off.
We'll have to put on the where did it go? The reality television one.
Nazis.
Seriously.
That was one that when Josh told me, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I had
was-
no
it
idea the
was
reality TV was
shocking.
around that.
Mr. Hitler himself started reality TV shows.
It was one of those that I got to the end and I was like, okay, I've got to look into this a little more. And the more I looked into this, the more I was like, all right, reality TV really is a big problem.
I will say this. That is something that opened my eyes. And so every time my wife watches like The Bachelor or Bachelorette, I say, you realize Hitler did this?
Oh,
And then she forces me out of the house and I sleep
She's
in the
like, "Get
doghouse
out."
at the front.
Get out of here. How dare you?
Yeah.
All right, well, we're almost to the time where we talk about our final thoughts.
Oh.
thank heavens.
Before we do that, let's talk about our final thoughts. Do we have, I introduced the final thoughts because I thought it was a good way to wrap things up.
Yeah.
Is there a different way that you guys want to do it in the future? Is there anything that you want to do differently in the future?
I think we should just like stop recording. Like we'll talk and then just mid-sentence, just done.
We've done that a couple times.
know.
Mostly because someone won't shut up. So I have to cut it off eventually.
Jeez, Jake, why don't you stop talking all the time? I just squeak.
Josh?
Jeez, Jake,
Josh?
why don't you stop?
Go through puberty much,
Oh,
Josh?
dude, like 5 times over.
5 times over, Josh?
Still going through.
All right. Final thoughts. Let's start with the squeaker next to me.
What am I, some toy from Toy Story? Squeaker.
That was Mickey Mouse. It was a good.
Oh,
try.
sorry. I thought that was a clown horn.
Oh, is that what that was?
Sure. My final thoughts are, it's been a good year. You know, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do the podcast.
I think we all have those
But then
moments.
I get here and I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, I understand why we do this because I think this is therapy for me.
It is. It
And
does
I'm
actually.
sorry for anyone who listens who's like, oh, man, these people are kind of crazy. That's because it's a therapy session. This is what therapy is. If I did go to therapy, this is exactly what it would be like.
This is the guy who literally has talked about his mental illness the most out of anybody I've ever known in my entire life.
That's because I'm the only one officially diagnosed out of all of us.
Jake, final thoughts from you.
And you know how you talked about me not shutting up? I really insulted. I'm sorry, continue.
I don't want to go
Like,
outside.
really? I
anymore.
mean, go.
Jake doesn't want to go outside anymore.
I don't want to go outside anymore.
Too bad you're going outside with us tomorrow.
One, I don't think we ever actually answered any of your questions,
None.
Danny, straightforwardly.
Literally.
There was a lot of
Literally
questions that we could have gotten
nothing.
really good constructive feedback on, and I feel like we kept dancing around. Like here's the closing thought. I don't think we actually discussed what you just said.
I will just say this. Number one, this wasn't my podcast, yet I'm the only one that actually prepared questions.
Why did you do that?
Number two, because I'm the oldest brother, and that's just my lot in life.
I
is
also
to-
want to point out that Jake was like, we need to talk about like the now and past, and we'll get to the future.
we have
we
not
never
talked
did.
about the future at all.
Do you know why? History. It's gross.
Jake wants to eliminate history completely.
We're gonna get rid of all of it. You can't make the same mistakes if you don't see it. Wait.
Wait, I thought we teach history so history doesn't repeat itself.
Or
I want to make all the mistakes again.
America.
Lit-
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna get crucified for that. I'm sorry.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this year adventure of the Twaddling.
Wait,
Along
I didn't say my
podcast.
final thoughts.
Well, it's because you've wasted too much time. Go ahead, Jake, and then I'll end it.
no, I don't want to.
That's also one thing you'll learn about Jake: grudges.
Jake will never come back to this podcast now because
You guys already know I won't because I'm not going outside anymore.
it has been fantastic. I've enjoyed every second of it. Not to be sappy, but it's a very nice thing to do with my brothers because even though sometimes you guys annoy me to death,
Anti-Nostradamus.
it has been enjoyable. Keep listening, listeners. There's
Please, for our sake, please.
there are things in the plans for the future, even though we didn't talk about it this time. And just keep coming back. Keep seeing what other antics we get up to. Keep finding out if Jake finally loses his mind after one history podcast.
Or
Find
if
out
he goes outside.
or if maybe someday he goes outside. Find out if Josh, ever does
Go to therapy.
yeah, and find out if I ever just lose my mind.
Oh, Danny. It's already gone. This has been a figment of your imagination. Josh and I aren't real.
Thanks all.
What was that laugh?
Can you just picture Mickey Mouse kicking Minnie off going, oh, hi, Minnie.